Hey everyone, Michael Babcock, also known as Best Marketer in Oregon here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We've got an exciting presentation for you today related to blogging and social networks. I'm going to introduce you to the Brand with Authority team, and then I've got a quick 6-slide presentation I want to share with you related to my thoughts about blogging and social networks. Which one's better, and or is there a better one? As well as we're going to talk about how you can monetize both and implement both into whatever you're doing for your primary business. If you find this Hangout to be useful and someone invited you to it and you're checking it out on the Brand with Authority homepage, then go ahead and click on that action button directly below this video so you can get started with our team and get one-on-one training. We do have our trainings every Sunday evening, so and that's at this time. We're going to be adding some other trainings and or changing that date in the near future. So definitely get started with our team and follow some of the trainings we've got for you. Before we get started, though, with my presentation I want to bring Kelly out and say, hey, Kelly, if you don't mind, could you go ahead and introduce yourself to those watching on the Brand with Authority sales page, and also tell us, do you have social networks? And if you do, can you name off the top of your head how many or what different social networks you have?
Yeah, sure. I'm Kelly Lindbaum. I'm in South Carolina. I've been with Brand with Authority for a while. I have, you got me thinking here, I have different social networks. I do have Twitter. I very rarely use it. I have Pinterest. That one I actually have used and met some people there. IBO Social is one that I use a lot. Geez. I think I have a Tumblr account, rarely use. Got a lot of different accounts, and to be honest, I tend to come back to the ones that are most comfortable and, feel like easy and what I'm used to. So
Yeah,
that
definitely,
answers
definitely.
it.
Yeah, that answers perfect. So you've got several different social
I
networks,
do.
and it sounds like most of them you don't use very much.
I don't know because it takes you got to put on a different thinking cap to figure, okay, how do I shout out to this one the right way versus what I'm
Exactly.
comfortable with and what I know. There's etiquette and rules and all this stuff for different places, and I go with the one
Perfect.
already.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that, Kelly, and I appreciate it. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, people having segmented social networks, and we'll go into that a little bit more in this presentation. So, greatly appreciate it. And my other guest that I've got here, who is a fellow Brand with Authority team member, Donald, you there?
I am, Michael. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Looks like you figured out that mute thing from last week.
Last week I got thrown off. We got bad
It
weather.
happens. That's what technology does to us.
Well, I'm here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And last week it was snowing at this time. So,
Gotta love Utah. Snow in April.
but
So I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Kelly. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself to the Brand with Authority sales video and let us know, not exactly, but roughly about how many different social network accounts you have and if you use them often.
well, my name's Donald K. Morrison. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. As far as social media goes, I don't use it a lot. I'm a little bit older than you younger kids, but I'm starting to use Facebook a little bit and learning how. I did get a Pinterest an account, but I haven't really used it yet. And I am getting a Twitter account, but I'm still in the progress of learning how to use it. I'm taking step by step, and that's what I've used with Brand Authority to do. By the help of
Awesome.
you guys, and it's working out.
Yeah, and you brought up a great point that I don't even have in my presentation. I'm going to have to squeeze it in here, but the ways that Brand with Authority helps people experience other social networks with what we're doing, and I don't even know why I didn't include that because it's a Brand with Authority sales event. But we're going to go ahead and get into that presentation, so I greatly thank you for that, Donald. It's a whole overwhelming, at least from what I've seen, it's an overwhelming experience for a lot of individuals when it comes to trying to figure out what should I focus on, what type of social network do I need to spend my time on. So, yeah, greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to get the screen share to come up so that way we can get this going. Ah, there it is. And we want... It's not letting me bring up my PowerPoint presentation. So we'll get this going. If worse comes to worse and I can't get this presentation to go, I'll make this presentation available for download for people. Let me try one more thing. You guys see the presentation by chance? Or is it not showing up?
I see it. Yep, I got it.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it when computers somewhat work right. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start with today's presentation. Go back up here to slide 1. And as I said, it's for blogging or social networks from Brand Authority's best marketer in Oregon, Michael Babcock. And in regards to this, we're going to go ahead and hit. What is a blog? I want to talk to you a little bit about what a blog is. A blog is a CMS or content management system. Content management system allows a person like you and I who doesn't have any knowledge of HTML, PHP, SQL, or CSS. All of those are 4 different web programming languages. So someone who doesn't have any knowledge of that to be able to easily log in, update, and modify their website with point-and-click abilities. Others charge for WordPress usage anywhere between $10 to $25, $50 to $100 a month. I actually was experimenting with a program the other day that was charging $199 a month for an installation of WordPress that you didn't have full control over. In my opinion, this is entirely way too overly priced, because if you think about it, you can go ahead and do what we're showing you how to do with your WordPress CMS system for under $10 a month. What are social networks? Social networks are places where you can, let me bring up my notes. Sorry about that. A social network is a place where you can communicate with other like-minded individuals who are interested in the same things you are. This might be someone who is interested in connecting with old high school friends, possibly someone who's interested in sharing audio or short updates. I'm doing this, or that person just did that. But a lot of people don't think about the fact that social networks could be used and monetized so you can make a little bit of money online. See our Brand with Authority CPA hangout for more information about things you can do in order to monetize your efforts online. There are totally different types of networks. A lot of people, they think of social networks and they think of Facebook. And when you're thinking about Facebook, you do a lot of people. They say, well, I don't want to market to my friends and family, so can I connect on it with them differently, or is there anything else I can do to connect with someone so I don't have to use Facebook and post my links all over the web? But there's other things that you can do, or there's other networks that you can connect with people on, and that's one thing that we're going to talk to you more about. YouTube is a second social network that video marketing is very popular with. If you went ahead and created yourself a YouTube account, you can also connect this YouTube account to other social networks, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. An alternative to those who don't want to show their video or show their faces in video, but want to get their message across, because I don't know about you, but hearing the human voice is substantially nicer than reading just text. But a lot of people, they hesitate in getting into internet marketing or expanding their efforts online because they don't want to put their face in front of a camera. But if you look into a social network like Audio Boom or SoundCloud, you can go ahead and record quick audio messages, post these to your social networks, and again connect them to the primary networks, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, etc. We're going to talk more about what else you can do with those. Which one is better? A lot of people have asked me that, and to be honest with you, I don't know. What are you more comfortable with? As Donald and Kelly mentioned, there's also Pinterest, which is a social network that I need to spend more time on, but I haven't gotten around to it. So, that there isn't a way to determine which social network is better unless you're actually determining by tracking the results that you're receiving from that network. Blogging or social networks. The 3 questions that I often hear are: should I blog? Should I be on social networks? And what should I focus on? So let me answer those real quick. Should I blog? Yes, you should blog. The main reason that I feel you should blog is because you can write whatever you want, however you want, and you're not limited or restricted by the etiquette or by the restrictions of the particular social network. You can also share other social network posts, whether that be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Melt, Audio Boom, or SoundCloud, or a combination of all of them on one location for everyone to be able to follow you on. Should I be on social networks? Yes, you should be on social networks because your fans and followers are already on social networks, and this is a great opportunity for you to be able to easily interact with those fans and followers. But it's important to balance your time on social networks with your other business activities. Also remember that being on social networks gives you an opportunity to be able to share your information with your fans and followers as well as their fans and followers, typically with a push of a button or a click of a mouse. What should I focus on? You need to focus on getting yourself a regular routine. Regularly post on your social networks to engage with your friends or followers. Also, regularly post valuable content, whether that be videos, blog posts, audio messages, or other little messages that you can share with your social networks as well. Ideas for using social networks. There is not one way to use a particular social network. You can do several different things. I've got a couple of notes for some things I want to throw in here, and then I've also got a few things I want to add on as well. Audio Boom / SoundCloud, you could record some audio messages and post these messages to those networks. Audio Boom is easy to set up and connect to your social networks from an iOS or Android device. There's an application you can quickly download and just connect or log in with those social networks. Then, one additional thing that a lot of people don't know is you can log into your Audio Boom account and set it up to automatically share your Audio Boom postings with your WordPress.com account or your WordPress account. Not necessarily WordPress.com, I apologize. Some other notes in here. But with your WordPress account, you can set it up so it'll automatically post a new audio message there. You can then have your WordPress blog automatically updated, and if your WordPress blog is already associated, with, my apologies. If your WordPress blog is already connected to your social networks, then all you need to do is post an audio message to those networks. Looks like I lost my slideshow. All you need to do is post a message to your blog, and it will automatically update those social networks for you quickly, whether that be if you're using a service like Audio Boom or something else. Yeah, I lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over some of these other notes that I've got. There we go. And then in order for you to connect your blog and social networks to the, YouTube, there we go. Sorry about that. For YouTube, you can post videocasts and connect these videocasts to your blog so that way they are published to your blog. Turn the videos that you record into, stop, there we go. You can turn them into blog posts themselves as well. Once you've turned these into blog posts, you can share them with your social networks and connect with people on those social networks, providing them value and then making sales. So the question is, should I be involved in a social network and should I use a social network? Yes. Should I be involved and should I have my own blog? Of course you should, because that's what you can control all of your content and drive your traffic back to. And how can Brand with Authority help me with my social network efforts and my blogging? Well, Brand with Authority is building a social network presence on several different networks, and by following our training and our step-by-step processes, you'll be able to build your presence on those networks and start to simultaneously share and broadcast your content to the world. Hopefully you found this to be an informational and educational event. This is a Brand with Authority sales event, and you've been listening to Best Marketer in Oregon, as well as Donald and Kelly. I want to thank both of you for joining me today. And if you got any value out of this, or you want to learn more about what we're doing to brand ourselves both on social networks and primarily on our blog, then definitely click on the button below this video and get started with our team. Donald or Kelly, do either one of you have anything else you'd like to add before I conclude this?
I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate the information and always enjoy listening to you.
Hey, no problem. I appreciate you guys coming on here and giving me about 20 minutes of your time. And yeah, I appreciate it. So we're going to go and conclude this. And thanks a lot once again from Best Marketer in Oregon, Brand with Authority. You have an amazing rest of your Saturday.